guys, I'm Keeona, your host of the lovely Real Deal podcast. As always, I am glad to be back in this chair. Well, I've always been here, never mind. But I am here with Zach and Jeremiah, apparently.
Hello.
Yeah.
The only reason I said your name like that is because I'm kidding. I'm
Fair
kidding.
enough.
Because we always play with each other,
Yeah.
so forgive me if I'm like talking like this to you.
Forgive me.
But anyway, today we will be talking about video games. And full disclosure, I am not a video game girl per se. The only real video game that I've played is 2K, Madden, and a little bit of Call of Duty. And a little bit of Fortnite, but that is the bane of my existence because of my brother. So. But you guys play any video games?
Yeah, I play a lot of video games. I do really love movies, like that's my big passion, but I also spend a lot of time playing video games. I have a lot of favorites. Resident Evil, I've been playing the Resident Evil 4 remake a lot. I've been talking about
Resident Evil, that's another one I know. Okay.
I have been talking about it all day today and like even
Oh really?
last
I
week
haven't
when
noticed.
Oh yeah, before the show I was just like Resident Evil 4, you guys, but it is so good. I'm very satisfied. I was gonna do a review on Thursday's show upcoming, but I won't be there. So 9.5 out of 10. Great game, but
Dang.
yeah. What games do you play?
For me, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I love the tactical RPG genre.
What's
it's a lot
that?
of fun. Tactical RPG or RPG?
Whatever one.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, you have units in which you train, and then they level up and stuff like that, so that their actual stats are randomized. So, but it's a lot of fun. I really do like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd never really got into tactical RPGs. Like the only one I got into was the South Park games, which. The fact that they're South Park and I'm a South Park fan, it did help me get into it. But
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. South Park, the show.
yeah, the show, they made a video game. Like the creators actually came in and like helped make the video game and write it and stuff. And I gotta say, for a turn-based RPG, I'm not completely in on the genre. There's some RPGs like that where I just can't get into it. But South Park, it made it fun. Like they kind of poked fun at the genre while also making a love letter. And also the writing in those games is just so stupid. Like I remember in the second game, Cartman, he doesn't want to lose. So when you have a boss fight with him, he literally cheats. Like, he literally cheats the mechanics, and it's the funniest thing. It's like, this is actual cheating. So, yeah.
My favorite game of all time is the Xenoblade series, which is an open world RPG, and it has some of the most fantastical landscapes you will ever see. I think the second game is by far my favorite because it has one of my favorite characters. But I think what I like about those games is just how fantastical the world building is and the characters. It's just all around just great games. Also, Xenoblade Chronicle 2 has some of my favorite localizations because they all have Scottish, Australian, and Welsh accents for all their characters.
Nice.
And it's just a lot of fun to just watch.
I still need to play those games. Like, I've heard about them, but I don't know if they're my thing. So
That's fair. I have not seen or played the third game, but I've heard really great things about it. That it takes both the first and second games and just mashes them both together, and I really do like that because they also have really cool sci-fi elements as well, which you never would have thought from a fantastical fantasy game. So it's really good.
Yeah. Aren't some characters in Smash Bros or something?
Yes, more specifically from the first two games. Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and Tyrant Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, yeah.
Have you played Smash Bros before or no?
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Okay, so Smash Bros is...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really hope we're talking about the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I hope so.
Oh yeah.
we are. Yeah.
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if
Because I
anyone
was
see
like,
that, but yeah. No, so I really love those games. I love how they just bring in characters. I think Xenoblade, it's Nintendo, right?
Yep.
So they bring in Nintendo characters, but they've been bringing in other characters. They brought in Kingdom Hearts, the guy from that. They brought in Metal Gear, Snake from Metal Gear Solid. I don't know, those games, they're just nice party games that anyone can play.
Yeah, they even had Minecraft Steve in there too, so that was pretty cool. I actually really like. I saw the announcement and everything. I was like so hyped. I've never played Minecraft. I was like, yes,
Yeah,
Minecraft.
Let's go!
I've never played Minecraft either, but I do recognize like one of the characters like from Super Smash Bros. Now that we're talking about it. And speaking of that, while we're going into the topic of that, my friends have bamboozled me to go see the Mario movie. I mean, I would go see it because I love Mario, not Chris Pratt. Sorry, but yeah, like Super Smash Bros. That's like one of my favorite party games. Like, I didn't have it on the Wii growing up. It's just that like a few weekends ago, me and my friends were playing it like in like my friend's dorm room, and I was whooping everybody's like. But
Yeah. No, Minecraft Steve, my original main from Smash Bros. Brawl was Rob, of all characters, like the robot. I just loved playing as him. And then recently I've been messing around with Minecraft Steve, and I just love how they add in the elements of Minecraft, like because you could build and like craft stuff in there. And like in Minecraft, they kind of build that into his character, and it's just so cool. I don't know. I just
I don't
like
know.
it.
For me, I always played with either Lucina or Ike
Oh.
because I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I'm not very good at them, but
Yeah.
like it's just fun.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm completely in the dark, but I'm just like enjoying all this talk. Like,
Speaking of the Mario movie,
Yes.
have you guys ever played any of the Mario games?
who hasn't?
I mean, I have to be forthcoming. I have played the Super Mario Brothers for the Wii. Couldn't get past the first world.
So you've never played it on the Nintendo DS or like the
I've
GameCube?
not. I have played Mario Kart on the DS, and I think that's a lot of fun.
I
Mario-
played on the Wii, and like
Yeah.
I'm saying, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I am first place in almost every race I've played in.
Yeah.
And like I remember you telling me like you wanted to play against me one time. Like
Yeah.
we still need to do that.
We still need to do that.
Because
Yeah.
like I'm not playing like with the wheel. Like I will win. Like you
Yeah.
can fact check me on it. I have friends who will prove it.
Yeah. No, I've played so many Mario games. Like, I've played the original games. I haven't beaten all the original games, but, like, Super Mario 64 did so much for the speedrunning community. It's still relevant to this day.
Oh, I remember.
Super Mario Sunshine, I still need to beat it, but that game is just, like, it's literally just Summer, the video game. It's so
Yeah.
cool. You got,
That
like, the
game-
water jetpack.
That game gave me the creeps growing up because like my stepsister would always play it, and then like whenever Peach was getting she was like Mario, and then like whenever Mario would slip, you'd be like whoa. Like I love how accurate that tone was. I love that.
Yeah.
But
And then even Mario Galaxy, that's one of the greatest games ever made. If you haven't played it, you gotta play it. It's such a great video game. It's just, oh my, I can't say enough about it. And then Mario Odyssey, that is one of the most creative just ideas ever. Like you throw like the hat at just any object and Mario becomes it. It just opens up so many ideas for puzzles and everything. I'm just going off because the Mario games, like, yeah, it's just a classic character, but the games are so well made. They are so well made and so fun. So
Probably the most
Yeah.
well-made game because they go through like different changes and like
Yeah.
go have like different genres, and it's
Yeah.
like really cool.
yeah.
But yeah, like Mario, like that's a stand. Like, I'm excited about the Mario movie, but I'm basically just seeing it just to see how awful Chris Pratt his voice is gonna be. I'm pretty much going there to just gaslight him, but not the point. But I pretty much grew up playing like medieval like battle games, like Spider-Man games, Yu-Gi-Oh games, Dragon Ball Z games, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. Madden, 2K, like all those games that some people are familiar with. So, but here's the thing, like whenever my brothers were playing the game, I would just like turn on like the PlayStation. Like we were PlayStation fans, like, and we still are. But like whenever they were like in another room, I would secretly go into their room, turn on the console, and then just play it. Like I knew what I was doing, and they didn't get mad at me for it. They just got on and joined me, and then they would have to help me, which I kind of felt bad because like. I know how to work a PlayStation to a certain extent. So it took them at least like 30 minutes to be able to teach me all the controls, the buttons, but hey, at least I have knowledge. But like I have to ask you, are like Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and-
also own the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, and Zach, I don't know if you remember this, but at late night, like a few weeks ago, there was like a raffle going for like a PS5.
He was selling it because he already had one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Wait. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I saw you at late night like a few weeks ago
Yeah.
where they were having the raffle for the PS5. Like
Yeah.
I was one number away from that.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
No, I remember a few of my friends that I went with. My job was to help them get the PS5. If I won, I'd give it to them because I already have one. I don't need a second one for any reason. I'm not gonna resell it or anything. They were so angry because the person that was right behind us won in line.
I saw that.
And they were just like starstruck, just
I was
What?
literally, but then here's the thing. Your friend told me that he was like number 3. I was number 1. So
Yeah.
I was like one. We were like both in between.
yeah.
Them. But then like if I were to want it, it wasn't going to be for myself. It was
Yeah.
just going to be for my stepdad.
Yeah.
Because he's wanted a PS5 for so long, and I
Yeah.
thought, that would have been a very nice surprise. I would have
Yeah.
done that for him because
Yeah.
like he's wanted a PS5 for so long because he still has his old PlayStation, but he was like, yeah, it's time for an upgrade.
Yeah, no, it's a very great console. This is the first PlayStation I've had, and I am very much satisfied. I don't diss people for having Xbox, just like, the Xbox One generation was so bad. Like, I hated it. You didn't really get any games. Like, Sony and Nintendo were popping off with so many great games, like Breath of the Wild, Spider-Man, like The Last of Us, and everything. And Xbox, like, a lot of their first-party games either got canceled or it was Halo, but
Halo Reach, another one.
yeah, but like at the moment, like Halo isn't like it's not being made by the same developers that made the great games so
Right.
long ago, so they just sucked. So after that generation, like I was just like, yeah, I'm switching to PlayStation. Like Xbox made some big deals, like, hey, we have Bethesda, we're getting Call of Duty and everything exclusive. I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care anymore. So
Granted, Call of Duty isn't that great of a game, I wouldn't think.
Ouch.
I mean, the older games are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like Black Ops
Okay.
2, Modern Warfare. Oh
Okay.
my
But
goodness.
Some of their like modern games, like Cold War, and those games,
Vanguard?
Vanguard, are not very good at all.
Oh my goodness. No, there was one guy. Twitter's such a magical place because you find people defending the weirdest things, or like they won't end an argument, like they will fight you to their dying breath. And there's like I left a comment somewhere saying like, oh yeah, Vanguard wasn't really that good, and this one person like responded, he's like, oh well, you haven't actually really played the game to know. And I'm like, I played it for 5 hours because of free trial. I know what I'm talking. Like I feel like that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
He's like, well, it's ever evolving and there's updates coming out constantly, and you're an idiot for thinking it's a bad game. And I'm just like, what do you have to gain from this? What do you have to gain? What do you have? Why are we doing this? Why are you just
But
arguing
hey,
on Twitter?
when you're talking about something, you gotta be passionate. Like you gotta be passionate.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but then I'm like, why are you spending all this time just arguing with me about it? Like I have my opinion, I have mine. Are you gonna keep on fighting me until like you prove your point or until you admit that you're right? Like it's not worth it.
Yeah. No, it's stupid. But like, even if Call of Duty releases a good game today, I feel like they don't bother updating it. Like
Fair
Modern Warfare
enough.
2,
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 that came out a few like months ago. Great game at launch, but they haven't done any major updates. Like they have been updating it, but it's not enough content, or it's just recycled stuff from older games, and it's like,
Right.
yeah, but where's something new or fun? So I don't know.
But yeah, I'll give you that at least, just because like I grew up playing Call of Duty because I saw my stepbrother and my dad play it all the time. So I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one at least.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, is there another video game like? Oh yeah, and actually, I was talking to one of my friends. Like he was saying, I was telling like, hey, I'm gonna be talking about video games on the podcast today. He was like, hey, you have to like tell them that I used to play like all the old classic games on the N67. He still has his,
Really?
and that's like a very vintage like old video game
Yeah.
console. I'm like. Imagine how much money that would be worth, but then at the same time, the fact that he's still able to play all those games on like the TV that he has, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. No, I know there's a lot of HDMI like adapters and stuff for older consoles. Like the Wii doesn't have like an HDMI setup.
Which
So.
pisses me off.
Yeah, but on Amazon, I think when I looked it up, it was like $20. Like you get Wii adapters where you plug it into the console and then plug in HDMI cord
Yeah.
and you're set to go. Which I love how people are like doing that just to preserve those old consoles so people can still play them.
Yeah.
And like even for VCRs, like I got a VCR off one of my friends a while ago, and like yeah, I just got an HDMI adapter off Amazon, and I could literally watch VHS movies on my 4K TV.
Ah,
So,
the nostalgia of that.
Yeah.
Because I know that my granny, she still has like the VHS that me and my half brothers and sisters watched when we were little kids, and she still has all the tapes. But then she has a TV and adapter where we're still able to watch those movies, which brings back so many good memories, like of like Michael Myers and Scooby Doo. And going back to the Wii real quick, my cousin actually got a Wii like a few years ago, and I questioned my cousin. I was like, "How are you able to play that on a widescreen TV when there's no HDMI cord?" She's like, "You have to buy a certain adapter for it and all these parts." She was like, "It was a pain to get all those parts, but at least you'll have something to play with." And I used to have a Wii, and the thing that really made me feel old, like I was really growing up, I gave my cousin all of my Wii games. And I was like, man, I'm getting old. I'm getting up there. But the one game that she likes to play is Mario Kart and the Just Dance games that I used to have. Even though, like, there's one game that she doesn't play, and I might have to take this back from her, is the Black Eyed Peas Dance Experience. Because she was like, because I remember I plugged it in and I was playing it. She was like, who are these weird-looking people? I'm like, you didn't grow up in this generation.
Oh my god, that makes me feel a little bit old.
Yeah.
I know. She'll play Michael Jackson The Experience, which is me and my brother's all-time favorite game besides Mario Kart. I win at Mario Kart. He can do okay on Michael Jackson. Like, every time we play that game, whenever I'm back home or whenever I'm babysitting my cousin, we'll literally, like, turn on the Wii, put it in the console, and we'll play it nonstop. But we like to say that there are specific songs that he and I can't win to. Like, his is Smooth Criminal. He says, "You'll never beat me at Smooth Criminal." Mine's is Dirty Diana, because I love that song. I'm like, "You'll never beat me at Dirty Diana." But then he'll be like, "Well, Dirty Diana, like, nobody likes that song. It's like an underrated song that no one likes." I'm like, "You don't know that." So yeah, that's like, we'll go back and forth on being like, who's the best, and then whenever we do play it, he'll be like, "So, you tried to beat my score the last time, I'll beat it again." I'm like, "Okay, we'll see." He's like, "You can't beat me because, like, I'm the greatest." I'm like, that's our thing that we have, but, like, yeah.
Speaking of Wii games, I had one Wii game that I really did enjoy, and it was Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the Wii. It was one of, if not my favorite Wii game that my mom got me, because I would play it every single time I could, and it took me, I think, like, maybe like 200 tries to beat the final boss. And I was like 17 at the time. And I was like, how could I not win this?
Yeah. Hardest
What?
boss I've ever done was actually very recently. I played Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which was such a great game, but
Oh. Sorry, a thought just came to mind about the real quick, but I'm just gonna let you finish.
okay. And so this is part of like the Dark Souls games, like
Yep.
at least From Software, the developer, they made this game. And so I heard that the final boss for this game was like the hardest. Like there was no like RPG mechanics that you could lean on, like level up a certain skill. Like you just need to be good at the game. So when I got to the final boss, I kind of like mentally prepared myself. I got all my schoolwork done. I was like, okay, let's do this. And it took me in total probably 4 hours to beat him. And it's a 4-phase fight for your life. You have to be up in his face and everything. And it was one of the best boss fights I've ever experienced in a video game, because it, like, when you learn it and when I finally beat him, it was just so rewarding. And the thing is, it was the final game I played, like from Software like developers, and that being the final boss, like I remember whenever I kept dying, I knew at some point I would get good. So like I kind of was composed the whole time. Like there were times where I was like, "Oh, dang it," but like I never like got angry. I was just like I was at peace. I was the war. I don't. It's so stupid, but like yeah.
That was me, like, because I was going to say something about the Wii real quick, that when you had the Wii, you could also play your Nintendo GameCube games on. And my video game throughout my entire life, and it still is Bratz Rock Angels, because I love the Bratz dolls, and that game was my life. I remember playing it almost every Saturday throughout the whole thing, and that was my game. But the only thing that I would have my sister with me, because when you get a close up of those faces, like those like those generated faces,
Yeah.
those creep me out. And then they would always like do that just to punk with me. And whenever I would see a face, like they would try to scare me with it, I'd be like, ah! That was so cold. And that's why I don't really like video games, because like those faces, they're just creepy.
That's
Like,
fair.
but I'll get back into them. I want to get back into them, but I just need to find like some recommendations, which you guys definitely gave me today. So I want to thank you both for joining me today.
Yep.
Yeah, it
And
was
Jeremiah.
fun. Yeah.
I still love you though.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.